So your Google My Business page and your website, kind of go hand in hand here. So this is Local SEO Tactics, where each week we break down strategies and tactics to help you grow your local service business online. This week we're going to be talking about Google My Business again, and we're not going to so much dive into the actual Google My Business. We're going to be talking about the categories, and more specifically how to take those categories and use them as keywords on your website. This is really going to bring a lot of synergy and help you get some authority with your Google My Business listing, bring it up the rankings, pop in that map pack, and also play well with your website. So as always, take some notes. There's going to be some good information in here, and I hope you enjoy. Hey guys, it's Jesse here. Wanted to talk real quick about Review Lead. Got a pretty cool offer we're kicking off here this week. For all you listeners, it's going to be $150 a month. That's a pretty steep discount off the usual price. If you want to take advantage of that and check out more, go to intrix.com/review150. That's review150. You're going to find some good outline information about Review Lead on there. As always, there's a big blue button for you to click to kick off your audit. We're going to show you where you're getting reviews, where you're not getting reviews, and give you a real quick summary and score of basically your review landscape of what's happening out there, so you can see where the holes are and what this can do for you. So check that out. Scroll down to the bottom of the page. You're going to see there's a real quick video. It's about 2 minutes or so. I did just kind of outlining how Review Lead works, kind of getting into the back end, showing you what your customers are going to see and kind of see it in action. So if you haven't done that yet, check it out. intrix.com/review150. Watch the video, learn how this thing works, take advantage of that free audit, of course. And if you like this and you want to get on board, you're going to save money, and it's $150, or if you go annually, it's $120 a month. So pretty good deal. Check it out. intrix.com/review150. All right. And after that little promo there for Review Lead, let's dive into the episode. Hey everyone, welcome back to Local SEO Tactics. Jesse Dolan here with Bob Brennan, as always. And today we're going to be talking about some on-page optimization you can do for keywords. But really, that's kind of a spoof. It's not so much about keywords. We're going to be talking about your Google My Business categories. But you should kind of think of those as keywords. We talked back in, I think 2 or 3 different episodes here now about how to pick keywords, how to use keywords on your website, where to put them, in your H1 tags, in the title of your website, using them in your images and things like that. Today, we're going to talk about how to bring more synergy between your Google My Business listing and your web page, because really, for a lot of, especially for the local service businesses, a lot of the searches people are plugging in to hopefully get in front of you and find you are going to trigger that map pack, that 1, 2, 3 listing in Google for locations near you, things like that, where it kind of triggers the map. So your Google My Business page and your website, kind of go hand in hand here. So the first place you want to start on this is getting into your Google My Business page. So we talked back in episode 1 and 2, our first 2 episodes we kicked off about how to set up Google My Business and how to optimize it. So if you haven't done that yet, definitely go back to those and revisit that, because we're not going to cover all those details on how to set it up and pick your categories. But we are going to talk about is those actual categories themselves and how important they are now for your website. And this is something that's been true for a little while, but especially the last, I'd say 2 or 3 months, since January 2018, especially here. Where it really wasn't that important before. So the way we were just talking to think about these as you have your keywords for your website. Hopefully you've gone out and selected the keywords, done the research to get the right ones in front of you. Your Google My Business categories, those phrases, those keywords should be your A1 keywords, right? They should be the most prioritized keywords you're going after with your website. So using the example here for truck repair, if we fix semis and do roadside service on trucks, truck repair shop, let's say, is going to be our primary category for our Google My Business page. If you take a look at your website, that should mimic on your website as well. So your homepage is your default page for your website. It's the most important page on your website. We're going to want to make sure that we add that phrase to our website.
Yeah, so I mean, some subtle things here, and this is really important that you really think through this and cross-check this whole process. So if your site's already up you just want to make sure this is accurate. If you haven't done it already, if you're just building it from scratch, this is a really important detail that you want to pay attention to. You just want to make sure that it is what it is that you're. Again, I use this analogy: coffee shop versus coffee roaster.
Right.
If you don't focus on what your primary business is, your A1 margin business that you're going after, which is coffee shop, and that's, you just randomly throw it in there, it's the third or fourth one down. Well, guess what? They're going to go after coffee roaster if that's your number one deal, and you're not going to understand why you're not being listed at the top for coffee shop.
Right.
So one other quick question, Jess. You were talking, or you mentioned to me earlier before the show that there's just certain categories.
Yeah.
Do you anticipate that expanding at any point in time, or is it pretty generic at this point?
Yeah, I mean, that's up to Google.
Yeah.
So we definitely can't speculate to exactly, what would be happening, but you should be jumping into your Google My Business, listing, I would say at least monthly anyways, just to update photos, do the Google posts and other things. So while you're in there, this is a great point. Great question you're bringing up is check for categories, right? You can add, multiple categories, and most businesses, you're probably going to have the ability to add more categories than you're going to have actual categories that relate to your business, right? So for truck repair, we just did some quick research for this example. You've got truck repair shop, trailer repair shop, RV repair shop, diesel engine repair service, mechanic, and auto repair. And I would even say that auto repair is kind of on the fringe.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're talking here like semi-trucks when we say truck repair, not like F-150s, and Silverados. So you have the ability to add more categories than that on your Google My Business page. But if you're a truck repair shop, you just add all your categories. You don't want to add coffee roaster if you're a truck repair shop and start to get, too far out there, because it's a little confusing for Google. All of this that we're talking about is about sending the signal to Google about what you do and what you want to be known for through your My Business category, Google My Business category, and then translating that to your web page. And so let's take this example for the truck repair shop. You're going to want to put that as the primary, the first H1 tag, the first headline on your homepage. You're also going to want to put that in the title tag of your website, because you want Google to know darn well that you're a truck repair shop, first and foremost about it and everything else.
So, Jess, let me ask you this question. So if it, what are the deviations or variations? I mean, can you say mobile truck repair shop? Can you say, repair shop?
Yeah.
How does all that work in Google's mind?
So that's a great question. For this example, the category that we're talking about, the Google My Business category, is truck repair shop. So you could change it in one way of saying mobile truck repair shop, because you still left the root, truck repair shop in there. Now, there definitely could be some discussion to be had about, the first word in that title then not being applicable, because you're inserting mobile. But, I would think that that's definitely to an extent okay, because you're still saying truck repair shop. Now, likewise, if you put a word, I don't have one offhand, but after truck repair shop, same thing. That's okay. You're adding a word after truck repair shop, so the root truck repair shop is still in there. Now, if you replaced shop with center, truck repair center, then that doesn't count. You know what I mean? That you have to have that Google My Business category to be an exact match somewhere in that title of your website, somewhere in that H1 tag. And you don't want to overdo this too. This is something we should mention. You don't want to over optimize. Some of the recent Google updates that have come out are looking for people who are trying to spam the system and game the system. You only have to tell them this a couple times. Google is very smart. The algorithms keep getting smarter with more intelligence. They don't need you to tell them 15 times you're a truck repair shop. Tell them where it's important, and make it the most important thing on your website, and they're going to get the message. They know what they're looking for. So do that. Now, if you want to use that, maybe once in your title tag, once in an H1 tag, maybe throw, truck repair shop in your body, your text body there a little bit, and maybe an image, but I wouldn't go crazy and do too much after that. So that's with your homepage. Now, hopefully you're in a business where you've chosen, like we were just saying, multiple categories, for your business. You definitely want to do that.
So, Jess, what's the importance of the choosing, what's in order? I mean, how do you go about doing that?
On Google My Business?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you're in there, you have the option to pick one category to be the primary category for your business. And like you're saying with the coffee roaster, in coffee shop example, pick coffee shop. That primary Google My Business category is the one thing you're telling Google that you do above all else. And that's the main thing that you're putting in your website. Now from there, you're going to have, 3, 4, 5, or 7 additional categories that you're selecting that are related to your business. Each one of those should be its own page on your website. So we've talked before about how many pages, what pages, how do you build out the rest of your website? Like for your main navigation menu or things like that, take your Google My Business category options into consideration for this. I would definitely say you're going to want to link them from your homepage so Google can kind of chain these together and understand. Let's say if you're also do trailer repair in this example here. So you're a truck repair shop, first and foremost. You also fix trailers. I would have a page, probably linked to my main menu, that said trailer repair shop. Now, maybe that's not what the actual link up on the page says, just because that's kind of a big, a lot of text up there and might mess your buttons up. But that name of that page should be trailer repair shop. The H1 tag, on that page should say trailer repair shop and so on and so forth. And you're going to kind of link those together, and you're going to send Google these signals that you do all of these things, and you're using the exact Google My Business categories within those pages of your website. And then what you want to kind of do from there is take your regular keywords, quote unquote, and try to figure out how they fit within that. So if you do, truck and trailer repair, using this same example, there's multiple kinds of trailers, like flatbeds, refrigerator trailers, right? Things like that. You're still going to want to create pages and put out content about those specific trailer repairs. This doesn't mean you should only put out pages that are tied to Google My Business categories, but you kind of want to use them to send the signals to Google of, hey, we do trailer repair, and then here's the types of trailers that we do service on, right? And things like that.
So is there any specific order? In other words, if I'm a business person, and my least profitable thing, let's say, is tire switch out.
Mm-hmm.
Do I want, again, truck repair? Let's say trailer repair is the next deal. Fuel replenishment, lockouts, whatever.
I would say we've talked about this a little bit amongst ourselves, and I think we even touched on it in a previous episode. There's no definitive proof out there that there is an order except for your primary and then all your additional categories. But we don't buy that, and we don't leave that to chance. Is definitely rank them, top to bottom. Hey, if you're wrong, or if we're wrong in giving this advice, you had to pick them anyways. It's not that much work to put them in a ranked order.
Okay.
And on the off chance that really does, have some credence with Google and any other search engine you're doing this in, Bing places and things like that. Why the heck wouldn't you do it? It really doesn't take that much more energy. So definitely, if you're going to pick multiple categories, put them in ranked order. And when you translate that to your website, also, keep that in mind. Let's say if you do, again, truck repair, trailer repair, and then also RV repair, if you kind of don't do a whole lot of RV repair, if it's not a main thing that you do, maybe you don't want that up in your main navigation menu. Maybe you put that down in the footer or a link somewhere else. Kind of in that same concept, give the most relevance and the most exposure to the primary things, and then have everything else kind of fall in line after that. So that pretty much does it for this week. Nice short and sweet episode. We're going to try to keep these episodes a little more on topic like that. Some of the feedback we've been getting from you guys is great information, maybe a little complicated or a little, gives you a little bit too much of a headache sometimes. So we're going to try to distill these down into smaller, bite-sized chunks. Kind of like we said we were from the get-go, but we've gotten a little long-winded and trying to mash too many related topics into these episodes. So we'd like to know your feedback after listening to this one. Was it good? Was it too short? Did you want us to expand on some stuff more? And things like that. So as always, go to intrix.com/show, drop us a line, let us know. And if you're liking what you hear here, we'd obviously love to have you leave us a review. Intrix.com/iTunes. Something new we've added in the last few weeks is we actually have instructions on how to leave a review on iTunes. I wasn't on there before, and we had a lot of questions. People saying it's kind of complicated. It's not as easy as maybe leaving a Google review, or a Facebook review.
Right.
You got to jump through a few hoops. But we would really appreciate it if you did, because that lets us know if we're on the right track, and that's how you can communicate back to us. So really appreciate it.
Yeah, and feel free to share our podcast with people that you think could benefit from it, because we're excited to help people out.
Absolutely. And within that, sharing kind of triggers me about social media, and something I definitely got to mention that I almost forgot about here is we are kicking off our Facebook live reviews. If you're not following us on Facebook right now, I'd appreciate if you can go on out there and do it. Facebook.com/Intrix. And we're going to be launching a series where we do live reviews of people's websites. So if you have questions about your website, you can always reach out to us. But if you wanted to participate in a live Facebook format to do that, we're going to be doing that. So if you're interested in that, check it out. Go to intrix.com/live, and you can let us know that you specifically are interested. We'll reach out to you to coordinate the time and kind of get that set up so you're going to be available as well to be on that live session. And if you guys just want to follow us and kind of lurk and not maybe participate in those things, but just kind of see how we're going to break these things down, again, go out to Facebook and make sure you're following us so you can be alerted when we do get live. So, all right, that about does it for this week. Appreciate everybody, and we'll see you next week. Bye now. All right, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that episode and got some tips there that you can take action on. Want to read our review for this week? We got a great 5-star review from SDPS Davis. Actionable information from the very first episode. Goes on to say, I'm a piano teacher. I research music and education. I don't have time to research how to market my studio or optimize my website. That's why I'm so glad to find this podcast. As I was listening to the very first episode, I was able to take action and get my studio on the map. Literally, Google Maps. Thanks, guys. That's awesome. Love to hear that. Our first episode was a very important episode. So was number 2, both dealing with Google My Business. So super excited you're able to find some value there, take some action, get yourself literally on the map, and hopefully your business is benefiting from it already. So everybody else, if you want to leave us a review, we would really appreciate it. Lets us know we're doing the right thing. Lets us know we're bringing value and that you're enjoying it. So intrix.com/iTunes. You'll find what you need there, and we hope to hear from you.